A federal judge on Thursday extended a deadline for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, to release immigrant children in its custody. Last month, U.S. District Judge Dolly Gee told ICE it had until today, July 17th, to release children from its family detention centers in Texas and Pennsylvania due to concerns over rising coronavirus infections. ICE now has until July 27th to comply with the order. This comes as another federal judge is poised to rule next week on a Trump administration request to keep immigrant families jailed in, quote, family detention centers, prompting fears that immigrant children could once again be separated from their parents. In immigration news, a federal judge has denied a Trump request to delay today's deadline for releasing immigrant children from family detention centers run by ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, in Texas and Pennsylvania. The release was ordered due to concerns over rising coronavirus infections. There will be no family separation without parental consent, Judge Dolly Gee specified in her order.
I would say that any type of choice like this is inherently coercive in any type of detention situation, right? You're in detention with your children, which is a horrible place to be, and you want your kids to get out. So it's as if you have a gun to the person's head when you ask them, do you want to stay in detention indefinitely with your child, not knowing when you might get out? As you're watching your child suffer, not being able to eat the food, not being able to have normal childhood development and activities? Or do you want to maybe let your kid out without you, but you may never see them again?
Hundreds of people came to the United States seeking asylum, were secretly held in hotels for days on end before being expelled from the country, often with little or no paper trail. Between April and the end of June, more than 200 unaccompanied immigrant children, including babies and toddlers, were held in hotels, then removed. A private contractor for ICE, that's Immigration and Customs Enforcement, took the children to 3 Hampton Inn hotels in Arizona and near the Texas-Mexico border. ICE paid MVM Incorporated to transport and monitor the children. The same company previously held separated immigrant children in squalid conditions in empty office buildings. As Hurricane Hannah threatened South Texas this weekend, many children held at the hotel were moved to different locations, though it's not clear where.
That for many weeks now, especially since the CDC order that effectively the Trump administration used to end asylum, we've known that folks who have been coming in through the border to legally seek asylum, including unaccompanied children, that instead of going through the process that is spelled out by law, the Trump administration has been just basically expelling them, right, without due process and without any paper trail, in effect, basically violating their due process. And it's important to sort of note the distinction between expulsion versus deportation, because under deportation, which is a legal process, there is a paper trail, right? There's a way for us to be able to track what is going on and try to do some legal intervention. But under expulsion, under Title 42 of the CDC order, what's happening is that the administration is basically just apprehending people, holding them at black sites, either like this Hampton Inn hotel or other hotels across the country, or quite frankly, maybe moving now to other government prisons before they're just summarily expelled, disappeared basically from the country, and it becomes almost impossible for groups like us, other immigration attorneys, or other human rights advocates to try to even find individuals to try to start some type of legal process on their behalf.
After a year-long investigation, U.S. Customs and Border Protection says it's fired 4 employees and suspended dozens more without pay over their participation in a Facebook group filled with racist, homophobic, and misogynistic content. In one post, a photoshopped image depicted Congressmember Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez being sexually assaulted by President Trump. In another thread, members of the group made fun of a video of an immigrant man trying to carry a child through a raging river in a plastic bag. One group member commented, "At least it's already in a trash bag."